And now for our weekly look at legal issues in the news with our in-house legal expert, Attorney Tom Olson. This is Olson on Law.
And it's me, Alan Spector, your host for Olson on Law, heard every Tuesday and Thursday at this time. Longtime Orlando attorney Tom Olson is here. Good morning, Tom. 8 months ago, Tom, when the real estate market was red hot, you told us how home sellers were backing out of their contracts because another buyer was willing to pay them more money. Makes sense, but now you're telling us more and more buyers are backing out of deals?
Alan, I'm getting more and more calls from sellers that say, Tom, I sold my home, and on the day of closing, my buyer changed his mind, said he did not want to buy my home. That can be very difficult for home sellers when they've already moved out of their house and they're counting on those sale proceeds to buy their next house.
Do we have any indication as to why people are backing out of these deals, saying, oh, well, I'm going to buy your house, and then all of a sudden they say, I changed my mind?
I think it's got to do with buyer remorse, Alan, that the people realize that, hey, maybe in a month or a couple months from now, I may be able to buy this same house for less money. So I think people are waking up that these home prices can't last forever.
Yeah, it's not a buyer's market right now when you talk real estate. So if this happens, can the home seller who is losing out on this deal sue the buyer who's backing out of the deal?
Yeah, under the contract, they could sue for specific performance, but that's going to take months and months in court, thousands of dollars of attorney's fees, and no guarantee that the seller's going to win.
So it might not be worth it after all. Can the home seller keep the buyer's good faith deposit?
Yeah, technically the buyer is defaulted, and technically that deposit should be paid to the seller, but the title company is holding that deposit in escrow, and the title company will not release that escrow without the written consent of both the buyer and seller, and usually the buyer won't sign that form. So usually for the seller to get some of that money, the seller has to agree to give some of it back to the buyer.
Yeah, we usually say buyer beware, and now we need to say seller beware, apparently. Tom,
Yep.
We'll be happy to answer questions about this or anything else on the Olson on Law show. That's heard Saturdays at 10 a.m. on our sister station, 96.9 The Game. And a reminder, Tom and I do these Tuesday and Thursday morning segments on Zoom. You can watch the video live or later on Twitter and Facebook. Tom, thanks very much. We will see you Thursday morning.
Thank you, Alan.
And remember, for all of your legal needs, call the Olson Law Group in Orlando.